14 through 16. Later during the meal, Boaz spake to Ruth again. Uh, Um, so they were having fellowship. We see how they're eating together. Um, so this is hospitality showed on Boaz, even further than what he's doing. Um, Boaz, and this is him speaking, come over here, have some of my food, dip your piece of bread in the vinegar wine. So now they're sharing food. This shows a close intimacy. You know, you don't just take food off a stranger's plate, even if they say, "Here, take this, eat." You know, you're like, what? So it showed closeness, hospitality. So Ruth sat down among the harvesters. Boaz also offered her some roast grain. She ate as much as she wanted, and even had some left over. So she's getting her fill. She's eating his food. He was, in a way, providing for her that day. You know, he'd end up becoming her husband. Men are to be providers. But there's symbolism here between Boaz and the Lord. And the fact that the Lord will provide for us in ways we don't even deserve or can't even truly imagine. When her meal, and then that she had leftovers. You can remember the story recorded in all four Gospels of Jesus feeding the thousands. How he broke bread and there was baskets left over. You know, when we come to the Lord, to Him meet our needs, oftentimes they're met and beyond what we needed, or receive much more blessing than what our need is. Verse 15. When her meal was finished, she got back up and returned to work. So seems like a lunch break type thing. So she goes back to work. Then Boaz pulled some of the young harvesters aside and gave them instructions about her. These are his workers. He's pulling them aside as their boss in a way. And this is what Boaz says. Let her pick up the grain from among the sheaves. Do not be reverent or humiliate her for gleaming where it is usually forbidden. Okay, she wasn't familiar with the laws, but what it was is she was supposed to pick up the leftovers, things that they left behind. What he's allowing her to do is go pick with the harvesters. So she's picking not just the leftovers, but the harvest, which he's allowing. So it's no longer forbidden. And that's why it's usually. If she would have did this without him obtaining it, it would have been breaking the law. She could pick up the leftovers. She couldn't go in before the harvesters took, which is what he was allowing her to do. Instead, periodically pick out a stall or two from the sheaves that have already been bound and leave them for her to gather for herself. Make sure that no one gives her a hard time. So he's not only saying, okay, let her pick with you, but leave her some stuff so she don't have to pull it as hard. You know, when we come to the Lord, there's certain things he's like, I'm just going to leave this for you so you can find it. And them things are such a blessing. And oftentimes we're out working for him, and he just leaves us something, and we're standing amazed and thankful. And this is what Boaz was doing for Ruth here.